Hi, welcome to week 10 of Clinical and Health Services Research. This week, we're going to shift our attention to program evaluation research, but a lot of what we're going to talk about also applies to planning just about any type of clinical or health services research. And it mainly deals with how you prepare a plan to do your research and how you anticipate who your audience is going to be. Many of you are going to come away from this course, hopefully, with a variety of different skills that can be used in a variety of different research projects, from clinical trials to program evaluation to implementation studies. And a big part of it is going to be evaluating programs that are already in the field. And it may not require high-end, sophisticated clinical trials methodology, but rather some very practical questions that a program manager wants to answer. And they might be interested in the way that you would approach the research question that they have. So, how does one ensure that the resources that are expended for a research project are not wasted by getting too far afield from what the people who are paying for it or authorizing it really want to know? The key message for this week is to develop a detailed plan before proceeding with a clinical study or a program evaluation. You really can't make it up as you go along. You need to develop a plan through discussions with the stakeholders, the people who have an interest in the program or in the research question. And developing a plan requires an honest appraisal of who your audience is. In other words, the consumer of your knowledge product. Your audience could be an agency head, the program director, a funding organization, or a research team that has been commissioned to launch a study. And as these audiences differ considerably, you'll need to adjust your presentation and your proposal to suit the needs of your audience. And one of the things that's good about developing a thorough proposal is that once it's developed, you have half of your final report already written. So you need to develop a thorough review of the literature. You need to consider the methods that you're going to use. In some cases, you may have research questions instead of hypotheses. In others, you have questions plus specific hypotheses. You need to clearly state the aims of your project, and you need to develop a thorough description of your research methods, but make sure that it is appropriate to the audience that's going to consume your research product. This week, we will continue then our discussion of the essentials in planning a research project, whether it's for a funding proposal, an IRB application, or a study commissioned by an agency. So let's get started.